little smallie on.
Hey everybody, I'm going to do a really short video on fishing the Little Juniata with my ultralight. And I don't know what I'm going to catch. We had some rain, brought the water levels up a little bit. Water should be a little muddy. Actually, I can tell it is a little muddy. So I'm just going to work my way up to the top. I'm getting a better start this morning too. So stay with me. I'm Darren and I fish small rivers, lakes, and creeks in Pennsylvania. This is the main hole that I wanted to hit. And look at that view. Is that not a gorgeous view? I mean, just looking at that hole, you know that there's a big fish in there waiting to be caught. And I think I'm going to be the one to catch it. I've never actually fished above this hole. The last time I was here, I ran out of time. So at least this time, I think I'm going to, there's a bridge up above. So I think I'm going to at least try to make it to the bridge. Well, I'm at the bottom part of the top hole, and I'm trying to take the stealth approach. I hate it when people do that, whispering and everything, and walk quietly and don't talk at all while we're fishing. I hate that, but honestly, at this point, the fish are so spooked that I really just I gotta try to be as stealthy as I can. No talking. Shh. Well, so much for being stealthy, because on like my 5th cast, I ended up getting a snag, and now I gotta go trancing up through there like, hey fish, here I am. Go hide. Here's a little smallie. It's a tiny Little Juniata smallie. Took me a while to catch it though. I had to work for it. Yeah, smallie, let's get your picture taken. This right here, it's a 2-inch smoky shad. It's a lightning shad. The color is a smoky shad, and I have it on a tiny little jig head, and that's what I caught that fish off of. And I've been getting lots of bites, and I actually brought a couple in, but couldn't quite land them because I lost them. But it seems to be working pretty well. The fish like it. What I have to do is cast into the tree cover where the shadows are. There's another one. In there. And that is a nice little brown trout. Oh yeah. Nice one. Thank you. Hey little guy. Hey buddy. How are you? No, hey, please, calm down. There it is. Woo! Nice one. Turning out to be a nice trip. There we go. You okay? You gonna be okay in there? She's alright. I got involved in a little tussle with my hat and my fishing rod. My fishing net. Got a little aggravated there for a second. 2-inch lightning shad. Now this hole right here, see this isn't very wide, but there's a channel that runs up through here, and it gets kind of deep. I actually crossed this 2 weeks ago when the water was low, and it was up to my waist, and I wasn't even in the deep part. So I can imagine now it's obviously quite a bit deeper. But I know that there are some big fish in here. There are some big brown trout in here. They were very spooky. So, I mean, if you saw my last Juniata River video, I caught hardly anything at all. Today is much better. Ooh, I had one. They love this bait. Holy crap, do they ever love this bait. This bait might almost be as good as Creek Fishing Adventures, his Helgramites that he uses. He catches a lot of fish off of those. But I might have found something to match that. Oh, missed another one. They're See, they're able to see me, and that's what's screwing it up. They're coming right up to shore to hit right to the bank to hit the bait, and then they turn back when they see me. I feel like with all these fish I'm catching, it's just a matter of time before I latch on to something really nice. I don't know if it's going to be a big smallie or a big brown trout or something. It's got to be something big today. I got a smallie on. I was trying to. I didn't even know I had this one on. It's another tiny little Juniata River smallie. I didn't even know that I had it on. I was undoing a snag. I had to walk out in the middle of the creek, and I was walking back and I caught it. Heck, this is my third species out of this same hole. 3 species, 1 hole. I got a brown trout, a smallie, and now a little whatchamacallit. Yeah, a little bluegill. Another tiny little bass. Yeah, I barely even had you hooked. In fact, I didn't. It was just kind of wrapped around his gill. Brought him in though. He's a little one. He'll be a big one someday though. Got it. Smallie. Nice little one. They've all been little ones, but at least I'm catching them, right? Hey, Smallie. Here, I'm getting water. These little lightning shads are wicked. They catch some bass. This is a smoky shad color. I love it. This might be one of my new go-to baits for fishing creeks. Okay, well, I'm heading my way back down the creek, back to my vehicle. And for my travel down the creek, I decided to put on a lure that I just bought in the store. It's by Downstream Lures, and I'd never heard of this company before. They're local here, like around Altoona somewhere, Blair County. So I thought I picked up 2 of their lures, just thought I'd give them a try. And this one is actually an inline spinner. It has a gold blade and like a pink bead on it. So I thought, what more appropriate situation to try this lure out than on the Little Juniata, being that it is a local lure manufacturer. So I'm sure that it'll probably catch fish. It's just a matter of are the fish going to bite. But I'm going to fish it the whole way down and see what I can do on it. Downstream Lures, I'm going to give you a try. It was a very long day of creek fishing. And one thing that I didn't tell you at the beginning of my video was that I actually I got up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I didn't have any intention at all of doing the Little Juniata. We have a Keystone Select stream near our house, and that's what I got up very early in the morning to do the Keystone Select stream. So I think I started creek wading that stream at about 6:30 in the morning, and I had absolutely no luck with that at all. So then I decided, well, I'm going to go down and hit the Little Juniata and see what I can do with that. And it's already like 3 o'clock, and I literally did like 8 hours of creek wading, and I have to tell you that I'm wore out. But it was a very, very good day. I have a few things to cover. Number one was I had a decent day on the Little Juniata. Like I actually was able to explore a section of the Little Juniata that I was always wondering about. I drove past it and actually drove over it hundreds and hundreds of times. And today I finally actually had a chance to fish and explore that whole section. So that was definitely worthwhile. I caught some fish. I only caught two bass, a bluegill, and a brown trout, but it was worth it. I mean, it definitely, like, it's August, 80, 90 degree weather, so I'm very content with, very happy with what I caught. It's a very beautiful stream. If you live in central Pennsylvania, and you've not been on the Little Juniata, you need to get there. It's a very, very nice stream, and I'm very excited about fall coming around when things cool down and the fish become more active. It's going to be a very nice creek to fish. I'm glad that I've been exploring it. What I really caught my fish on, I had like 4 different lures that I was going to try to use today, but honestly, like this Strike King, Mr. Crappie, this is the 2-inch lightning shad, the smoky shad color. This is it right here, and I'm telling you, this thing is, I think, one of my new go-to baits. I don't know if you can get this. I don't know if you can get this in a 3-inch, but if you can, I'm probably going to pick it up. But this is what I caught all my fish off of. I tried some other things using crawdads and stuff because that creek is loaded with crawdads. I thought that I'd probably be able to catch something off a crawdad, and I actually did have some follows. The biggest fish that I saw today was actually following the crawdad, but I really didn't have a chance with it. Then I did this jig head. Yeah, this jig head actually, this is a, what is this? A 1/32 ounce jig head. And it is actually pretty small, but I'm using an ultralight rod. It's a 7-foot ultralight rod. I think it has a 6-pound line on it, maybe fluorocarbon. So matching this 2-inch lightning shad up with this jig head, I can actually get a pretty good cast out of this. Like that stream, probably in the widest spot where I was fishing, that section was probably maybe 40 feet, and I probably was getting a good 30-foot cast out of this. So this setup right here is adequate for like fishing a small stream like that, at least in my opinion, at least the kind of stream that I would fish. I really like this setup, and I'm going to be using more and more of this. I'm going to actually see if I can get this in a larger version, maybe like a 3-inch version as well. So, and I didn't get hung up too much either. I mean, when I did get hung up, you can see actually where that I was getting hung up, and I was able to get it loose, and it actually wore the tip of this jig head down. But yeah, I mean, usually you can get unsnagged just shaking your rod, or you can like kind of flick your line. Usually you can get off of your snag pretty easily. I'd say in weeds it's probably not that good, but where I was fishing I didn't have an issue with weeds because it's not weedless. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was I picked this lure up, this downstream spinnerbait made by a company somewhere in the Altoona area. I was over at the fly fishing shop in Hollidaysburg, and I saw these hanging on a wall, so I bought 2 of them. And I used one today. I didn't catch anything off this, but I did have a lot of follows. And by the time I did use this, it was like towards the end of the day, and the creek had like cleared up quite a bit by then, so I think the bite was just really tough at that point. But I had a lot of follows, and I actually think that there was like 2 sets that I actually missed off of this. But the spinner blade seemed to work pretty good. Seems to be all right. I'm going to try it more. I'm going to go up to take it up to Prince Gallitzin State Park and maybe try to do some crappie fishing or some bluegill fishing off of it and see how it goes. I'm sure that it'll be a decent spinner. I like using local stuff. But that's really kind of it for my day. It's been, like I said, it was a long day. It was a worthwhile day. I learned a few things, and I caught some fish, and I had a lot of fun. I'm Darren, and you've been watching my YouTube channel, Fishing Small Waters. See you next time.